Namaskar, Mahal. Hari Om. So today we will see two things. That means we will see one method through which you can do both pranayama and prepare yourself for meditation. So you'll be wondering, right? It's a very simple method, very simple, very effective method where by practicing one, you can do pranayama and meditation. So these days, if you see the boards, the yoga studio boards, they put for advertisement or whatever pamphlet they are giving, you can see that asana, pranayama, meditation. They will be teaching this. They will forget about yama, niyama. Okay, that everybody forgets. And after asana, pranayama, there are pratyahara, dharana. They will skip straight away to meditation. And I'm wondering, why not samadhi? So the moment you put samadhi, many people will not come because there is a different understanding from layman's point of view what samadhi is. So they fear you will not come back. So they always put asana, pranayama, meditation. So let us see how to do pranayama and meditation together. So people assume meditation is not easy thing. Meditation means focusing all your attention on one object. Is it possible? It needs lot of time, lot of practice is needed. It's not that easy. Meditation is not possible without enough and proper preparation and practice. So that we should understand. So before getting into this pranayama and meditation, we should understand what the mind is, because both are dealing with the mind. What this mind is, what is the nature of the mind? The nature of the mind does two things. One is the mind is always moving, right? It keep on moving all the time. That's a big problem. Even night we are unable to get sleep because the mind is always moving, thinking. And the mind can focus also. Like you get important assignment office. Tomorrow morning your boss gives another 1 hour you need to prepare. All the thoughts will go. You will be fully into that assignment for 1 hour because it is very important. So our mind, nature of the mind is two things. One is it can focus on something and it can roam around, move in all the places. These two things are the nature of the mind. We should not reject something. We need to accept. We should not say, no, my mind is moving, this is bad, and focusing, it is good. Both are the nature of the mind, so we should respect the mind. This is my mind moving all the time, and my mind which is making me to focus. So training the mind to focus on one object, this is called dharana. Dharana means concentration or awareness. Concentration or awareness without any pressure. You should not pressure your mind. Look at this object, close your eyes and focus on this object, your favorite god or anything. No, you should not force your mind. Without forcing, if you can keep the focus on your mind on single object, which is called dharana. Unfortunately, this dharana practice is considered as meditation by many. Even learned yoga teachers, what they give is only dharana practice, not meditative practice. So there is a lot we can talk about what is the difference. We'll do that in some other time. So the nature of the mind is moving and also focus. Two things are the nature of the mind. Now the moving mind, how to make the moving mind a friend so that whatever I say, my mind follows. So I should also move. How is that? Let's say there is a school bus passing very fast in front of me. I want to see which school and what is the address. I want to note down the phone number. Okay, I want to note down the phone number to talk to them and get admission for my kid. So I was just waiting in the road and school bus just went around very fast. So I cannot see anything. I can see hardly I can see the name. So what should I do? Every day, even if I stand with utmost alertness, the school bus is passing so fast, I cannot keep my attention on that moving object. Is that true? The object is moving. How to keep attention? So what should I do? When the bus comes, I should also take a vehicle, preferably a two-wheeler or car, whatever it is. If the bus moves, let me also go parallel to the bus. And when I go parallel to the bus, the relative speed between my vehicle and the bus, if it is like reduced relative speed, or if it remains same, then I can see everything written on the bus very clearly. So what is this? If I want to do something with the moving object, I should also move along with that. This principle, we should note it down. So when the mind is moving, the mind is always moving. When the mind is moving, if you ask your mind to keep the focus on single stationary object, it's very difficult. Correct? One is moving, other is stationary. In the example, what we have seen, I was stationary, the object is moving. Whereas here, I'm keeping object is stationary, but my mind is moving. Both are more or less same. So what should I do? I should move along with the mind. But if I move along with the mind, I will end up going with a lot of thoughts. So what should I do? So we should keep an object, moving object, as a practice for meditation. Moving object? Yes, we have a moving object always functioning with us. What is that object of meditation? We can keep breath. You can see the breath is always running non-stop. If you close your eyes and visualize your guru's feet or your Ishtadevata or any sacred symbol, the symbol is stationary. You find it very difficult to focus your mind. But if you close your mind and watch your breath, your mind will be so happy. Why? Your mind is also moving, object is also moving. Mind is okay or happy to follow something which is moving because the nature of the mind and nature of the object is similar. But if you keep the object fixed, the mind will say, no, this is not my nature, or you cannot control me. So what we can do is, we can observe the breathing. So I can close my eyes, I can observe the inhalation and exhalation. Though you observe the breathing, the mind may get lot of other thoughts. So let's ignore. Don't need to control. Let it come, let it go. My focus is only on my breath. So I inhale, I exhale. So only one condition what we need to follow is, when you do this, don't move your body. Without moving your body, you have to observe your inhalation and exhalation. How to observe? When you inhale, the air goes inside the windpipe. It creates certain sensation in the windpipe. Now you observe that sensation. Now right from the throat, it goes and where to how much ever the deep it goes, you can feel the sensation. Again, while exhale, feel the sensation. This is more than enough. That is how we can observe. We can only feel the inhalation and exhalation, the sensation of it. By following this, we get two benefits. One is, my mind is fixed on this moving object. Suppose if I don't do this, my mind is into n number of objects. Now from n number of objects, I'm reducing that and keeping my object of meditation as my breath. So I'm just watching my breath, inhale and exhale. If other thought comes, don't worry. Don't try to encourage, don't try to suppress, don't try to stop. Just leave it, let it come, let it go. And you just follow your attention on inhalation, exhalation. Now we get one more benefit. What is pranayama? Pranayama means controlling the breath, regulating the breath. Prana means vital energy, ayama means extension or control. You control the breath. The moment you watch the breath, you can see the breath naturally gets controlled. How to prove it? Just before any practice, before doing all these things, just check how much number of breaths you are taking casually. This is a little difficult because the moment you focus, your breath will come down. So casually, how much you breath per minute, how many breaths? You just calculate and keep it. Now you follow this procedure. You observe your breath, inhale and exhale. Don't put extra pressure to inhale more or exhale more. Natural breathing. Whatever your natural breathing, try to inhale and exhale. Keep your attention focused completely there. If you observe, it will come down. That means number of breaths per minute will come down. Maybe before the practice, you may be breathing 15 breaths per minute. In 1 minute, you will take 15 breaths, 15 inhalation and exhalation. When you do this practice, when you watch the breath, naturally, the number of breaths will come down. That means your breath will come down to maybe 12, 13, somewhere there. That means you are doing pranayama. That means you're controlling the breath without any big effort. So watching the breath have two effects. One is it acts as a pranayama. You're controlling your breath without actually controlling it, just watching. And you are keeping the breath as object. You are training your mind for meditation. So these two can happen. This is like, when the child is so doing a lot of mischief, a mother no need to shout many times. So in front of the relative, the child is doing mischief. Simply if the mother stare at the child becomes a little quiet and disciplined. Similar, same thing. When you don't observe your breath will be very shallow. Only you are using the upper part of the lungs. When you little observe the breath, then you start using the middle part of the lungs also. No extra effort, nothing. Simply watching the breath, you can increase the length of the inhalation exhalation, thereby decreasing the number of breaths per minute, which will increase your lifespan. Second thing, this acts as a good object for meditation by which you prepare your body. This is not meditation, but this is preparation. You prepare. When you start preparing this for a long time, then in future you can think about moving the object from the breath to a stationary object. So try it, and it will be really effective and very useful for beginners as well as for experienced people. Thank you. Hari Om.